see what Scott Bauer is doing. Thank you, Alex Coffey. Nice setup on the numbers and the fundamentals. Scott's the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Scott, you like Broadcom going into the report, or you want to fade the new high?
You know what, Oliver? This one is a real tough one. I'm full of transparency here, and
okay, hit me.
Likes it this one. I got to be honest with you. I don't love the charts. The space I love long term.
Okay.
But we've seen mixed results. We've seen mixed reactions to the results. So I'm doing something where I want to buy this stock if the stock sells off down to around its 50-day moving average, which is somewhere, 475 to 480 area.
Okay.
That's where I want to buy the stock.
So you're selling puts?
I'm selling a put spread going into the print here.
Okay.
I'm selling the September 17th expiration 480, 475 put spread for $2. If the stock gets hit and this thing goes down, my break even is 478 at expiration. I am willing to own the stock there. That is really going into this print. The only thing I see just as a trader, not an investor, but as a trader, something that I remotely even like here. I would just, truth be told, rather wait till after the print here because I'm just, really perplexed at what sort of setup is good here. But that's something I like because I would own the stock at 478. The expected move, the market maker expected move that the options are pricing in, between 15 and 16 bucks. So, that puts us right down to that area, which is right at that support of 50-day moving average. So, that's what I'm doing here.
Okay. Right now, down about 50 basis points coming into the report. So 478 or so, the break even for this trade, Scott. And your point is you'd be interested in owning this and for a longer term hold if it pulls back a little bit. So maybe kind of heeding what Alex mentioned about the valuation compared to its own history, which has swelled is the word he used. So that I think is relevant to what you're discussing here, right?
Absolutely. And again, the street reaction, the market reaction to many of these earnings reports has been really mixed. When we've seen really good reports and good guidance, we've seen stocks move lower. When we've seen decent reports and fair guidance, we've seen stocks move higher. So right now, I think there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace overall. So I'm just doing something where, I'm using my head and saying, all right, if I want to buy this stock, where's a point that I'm comfortable at buying this stock? 475 to 480 area is that range. So that's why I'm doing this.
Okay. Makes sense. Like the transparency.
Does 50,000 mean anything to you?
Yeah, it does, Scott. We were talking Bitcoin, you and I, just the other day, and we got a nice move here. Is this the buy for the breakout moment?
Not yet. Not yet. I mean, we talked about 50 being a big number here.
Okay.
52 is really a big number. That's the one where you're going to see a lot of acceleration to the upside.
52? So 50's no good?
50's great, but I'd be cautious here. I love the move.
Okay.
I'd be cautious here. If we see this thing go to 52, that's where you got to buy in for that huge momentum, that next big move to the upside.
All right. It's trying right now to get above the high from August, which is at 50,585. So to your point, I guess not technically, if we want to be real hyper-specific, not the breakout yet, as we're still below the most recent high. Scott, while I got you, I'm going to hit you with one more. We're trying to get a small cap rally here underway the last week. Do you believe in it? Can we finally get upside for the unloved index?
I mean, it had been the laggard for the longest time. And since the last recent drop, when the Russell, IWM, when that, both hit down at its 200-day moving average, we've seen a huge bounce since then. Can that sustain itself? I really think it can. Tomorrow, as Ben said, I don't think the number we see tomorrow is going to be as relevant as people think to the overall marketplace, unless you see some massive outlier to I think, the downside. I think an upside number, the market likes it. A downside number, maybe that actually sheds some concern into the market about the slowdown. So I love the small caps. I love the Russell here. Unless we get a really bad number tomorrow, I think the Russell continues its ride up.
All right. Small caps leading the way today. 0.5%. NASDAQ's faded down. We're at the lows of the morning right now with the Qs almost break even in 10 basis points. So certainly an interesting little flip-flop there. All right, Scott, nice. So we hit the Russell, we hit Bitcoin, and the selling of the put spread for Broadcom going into the report. Thank you, Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy.